Alright, so in this video, I'm going to go through what would happen if Mr. P came with us in book 1, so subscribe and let's begin. So, Mr. P tells us all to get onto his helicopter and using it, we get to the safe place. When the group get the radio signal, Mr. P decides to go with Zizzy, Pony and you, the player, to the old oak on the helicopter. When you get there, you notice the TSP on the ground, waiting for you. Pony is quick to point out that it is an ambush, and because of that, you all return to the safe place safely. The same night, the safe place is attacked just like in the main game. You wake up to hear Georgie urging you out of bed. You gather everyone on the roof, except for Z and Zizzy who already left. You escape with the helicopter and realize that the twins aren't with you. In order to find them, you decide to force Willow out of the area by attacking one of the TSP bases. Pony, being a former TSP member, tells you the location of the factory, and the safe place group decide to launch an ambush and destroy the building. The refinery building then follows and gets blown up. Realizing you have nowhere to go back to, Mimi tells you that she has a friend at Doveport, and in the helicopter, you travel the distance across the sea. TSP hear a military distress signal from the radio and decide to head north, with both Z and Zizzy following them. As Willow gets on her boat, the twins realize that they need to get their own ship, and light up the lighthouse. Budgie arrives and lets them stay on the ship, but they cannot use it until the infected are cleared out, which Z and Zizzy cannot do. At the same time, the safe place group arrives at Kona's lab. Kona informs them about the military's plans for the cure and they get back on the helicopter and travel to the lab. T.O. Comrade, and Mr. P who was driving before, as well as Zizzy and the player all begin to face T.O. The helicopter crashes but nobody is hurt. They easily get the cure from the lab. Mr. P is skeptical of the military so they're not called. A horde of infected arrive and are fought off. The group returns to Kona's lab, but outside are thousands of infected. The group escapes through the temple. At the same time, the TSP arrive and start to look for the group. They clear through some of the infected, and break into Kona's lab, salvaging any documents they can use for a cure. As they descend into the temple area, the group decides to try to stop them. Both groups are now facing off against each other. As for the twins, the infected from the ship disappear and they soon arrive at Doveport. They notice a plane flying overhead, with the capital symbol. The military. The safe place, TSP, the military and the infected are put into a battle royale situation, where they have to fight for the cure. Anyways, I'm going to leave that there. Tell me in the comments which ones you want to see next and subscribe.